Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Rongyi Cup. The Rongyi Cup Season 3 playoffs. I'm, of course, ShoWTimE VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, and, of course, by my bunnies as well. Bienvenidos, one and all. We are here. We have been covering the group stage over the past 4 days. 3-4 days been non-stop group stage action, and we have our top 8. We have our top 8 players making it through into the playoffs, which will be beginning here before you. I say that, technically, these games did occur less than 24 hours ago, but we are here to bring them to you here and now live, leading into day 2, which will be taking place later on tonight. Again, we're going to be covering this via replays, day 2 via replays, as well as we do not have the time available to cover it live, unfortunately, but hopefully that does change coming in towards February and March. For now, though, we have our fresh series ready for you. It's going to be two best of fives back to back, herO versus ShoWTimE in a PvP, and of course we have a solo versus classic in a ZVP as well. Oh boy. Here we go. Before we get ahead of ourselves, a big shout out to Stan in the chat. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing for 37 months. 30, so that's a lot of months, Papi. Oh my god, over 3 years of support. Thank you so much for the subscription. We appreciate it. We hope you enjoy the content. We hope you enjoy the StarCraft. I just discovered this channel. Looks pretty cool. You're casting this Mind StarCrafty game. Is it a MOBA? It's a hex-based FPS, Papi, with roguelite elements. There you go. Good to see you, Isaac. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Likewise, Morithuri as well. Shout out to Morithuri for also subscribing with Twitch Prime for 24 months for 2 years of support. Thank you, Papa. Thank you. Crazy, Papa. Crazy. So much support. We do appreciate it. Again, when it comes to tonight's events, we are going to be covering day 1 of the playoffs, of course, day 1, and we'll be live tomorrow with day 2 of said playoffs as well. It's going to be I want to say 3 or 4. I think it's a 4-day event. 4-day event. Day 1, day 2, then semifinals, and then grand finals, which will be an offline event. Bear that in mind. I'm sure there's some people that are asking about the Thunderfire event. We'll be covering Thunderfire day 2 sometime next week, most likely. Again, it's just been a very intense period of time for us, and we'll find some time. Otherwise, we have our 2 best of 5s, and up first we do have our PvP. Let's jump in. Game 1 is going to be on White Rabbits. Very quickly, for those that may be tuning in for the first time and have not actually tuned into the group stage, 1, check out the VODs. We had some amazing games throughout the group stage. I do highly recommend those VODs. Of course, yesterday we were live with Group D with Solo versus Maru, and I do recommend that best of 3 ZVT. But this was a 16-player group stage that has been whittled down to 8-player playoffs. So that is what is beginning here, and of course, it is a 21,000 USD prize pool, so a massive prize pool. And as I alluded to, the finals will be offline. The finals is going to be taking place in China. It's going to be an offline event, so look forward to that once we get to that final day of playoffs. But until then, everything else is online. Here we go, as we're going to be jumping into game 1. Game 1 is going to be on White Rabbit. As we delve into our PvPs, let's go. And spawning in the top right hand corner of White Rabbits, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. Representing T1, it is herO. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the German Protoss player, the red Protoss. Representing Sentinels, it is ShoWTimE. Here we go. We have our PvP, and it's going to be a spicy one here. Again, herO, in my mind, we did have our kind of predictions during the podcast, if you recall, but in my mind, herO, he is the heavy favorite. So the reasoning for this is just because herO has won all the big major events as of late. RSL, Thunderfire, OSC, and again, this is looking to be the next one if he cannot be stopped. There are some players here that can threaten him 100%. Players like classic players like ShoWTimE. In PvP, anything can happen, and we have seen herO falter in PvP before. I mean, all Protoss players have, so we'll see. As herO moves out with the probe, he moves out for the proxy pylon. So interesting movement here out of herO. Does veer towards the right hand side. At the same time, ShoWTimE does go for his regular probe scout and will confirm that a pylon is missing, assuming that herO throws one down. And there it is. The pylon has been thrown down, so we have the proxy here out of herO. There's a prime location for a proxy robo for 1 base all in. It is so close here. It's almost yeah, a little bit concerning. Typically, whenever you go for a proxy, it's at a more obscure location. This feels too obvious. This feels too close in a sense. So ShoWTimE immediately sends out a second probe. Immediately sends out a second worker as well. ShoWTimE checking the main. Goes further in. This second probe is sinister. He's not scouting. He's going for his own proxy. Let's go. Okay. We do have a proxy versus a proxy. ShoWTimE, he did not get further into the main base. ShoWTimE did not scout. ShoWTimE actually doesn't know. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't see. As we have the proxy gateway across the map. ShoWTimE is yet to confirm what's going on. And setting up for his own proxy. This is a more prime location for a robo. The gateway now makes more sense for herO, considering its location. Yep, there's a robo. So ShoWTimE's going for a one base all in. What is scary is that herO hits first. Like, the gateway's almost done. The gateway's almost complete. A warp gate is in production. herO, he should strike first, and we'll see how hard he's able to hit. That's the other question, of course, because it is only gateways. And the gateway's out of herO. Bearing in mind that herO, he didn't scout either. So herO has no scouting information. ShoWTimE just now confirms that a pylon is missing. He sees only two. So ShoWTimE, he's somewhat aware. ShoWTimE, he has some information. See that shade across the map. So is herO. Just the one adept. Just the one, but Stalker's going to be able to deal with this. Again, if herO's unable to deal much damage with this proxy, then I mean, ShoWTimE's going to snowball out of control. Shades in, gets one, gets two. Two probes going down, getting up to 3, getting up to potentially even 4. Yeah, 4 probe kills. A nice start, but we need more. We still need more damage. herO is going for his own proxy robo. Far later. Kills 6 probe kills, or 6 probe kills in total. Here he has to be careful. Ooh, ShoWTimE, he does push first. ShoWTimE does shoot first. herO has to respect it, he has to back up, and oh, he has to be so careful here. Taking some extra hits. Meanwhile, it's going to be War Prism first, not Immortal. ShoWTimE busting into the main. herO, he's now aware, he does confirm that the tech is missing. And the Adepts, they bust in. They bust into the main base. There's a shield battery, but 2 Adepts, they don't care. 2 Adepts, they still one-shot. And they get 1, they get 2 probe kills so far. 2 or 3 probes going down. The Stalker's left idle. Getting up to 6 probe kills. And with that, the economy is evening up. ShoWTimE working on his Immortal. herO working on his Prism. Still very tense. Now, herO, with a high enough Stalker count, he might be able to break this position, bearing in mind that because the robo is proxied, this Immortal will not help defensively. It has to be recalled. It has to be recalled back to be able to protect the main. herO getting on top of the pylon. Ooh, the Prism takes a lot of hits. Prism takes a lot of damage. ShoWTimE does push forward. Almost gets a Stalker. Almost. The Immortal's on the way. Got picked up by the Prism. One of the gateways goes down to 1 gateway. And warping in 1 unit at a time. herO ferrying into the main. Does ferry in, bleeds out one of the Stalkers, and herO, he's gonna be the Prism. No, the Prism. Oh, the Prism goes. The Prism barely gets away. Barely got away, Pappy. The Immortal has arrived, but is it gonna be enough? Ooh. Nice target firing. The Immortal does dish out a lot of damage. And ShoWTimE is holding. Yeah, the ShoWTimE he does hold. This Immortal just had so much more DPS. herO going for the Stalkers. Does focus fire. Gets one and does not get the other. Oh, no, Otobas! Barely does. Takes down all the Stalkers, but there's still 1 Immortal left. Yeah, there's still the problem of the Immortal. Meanwhile, second Immortal's on the way. Both Prisms are low. herO shading into the main, forcing a recall. And he does triple the economy. I say that he gets 1 more probe kill. herO, he is ahead by 4. But he will lose both Adepts. That's a big loss. Both Adepts go down. herO has to pull away. As herO, he has now found the proxy. Bearing in mind that ShoWTimE did just recall back home, so recall's on cooldown. He has to be so careful with his army placement. with this positioning. Shades back into the main. There are no force fields, at least not for ShoWTimE. herO doesn't quite catch out the Immortal. I hope we got micro here out of ShoWTimE. But herO is going for the final gateway. He's trying to at least. Attempts to go for the gateway, picks up a good amount of zealots, straight adepts. Gonna be what, 1, 2, 3 adepts going down. And he's pushing his way up the ramp. That gateway is getting low. Does get picked off. Takes down the gateway. And over time, herO, he can just outscale ShoWTimE. He's had the slightly better economy this entire time. He now has extra warpins. Adepts they dive on the army. There's a shield battery, but it's out of energy. Yeah, the shield battery is out. Immortal, oh my god, barely gets saved. But there's only one Immortal left. GG gets caught here. He breaks the main base, and herO, he will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. herO does take a lead in the series. Again, a very intense and very chaotic game 1 with herO going for the proxy gateway into delayed proxy robo. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE going for the straight up proxy robo instead. But herO was able to be the aggressor. He was able to apply more pressure and force ShoWTimE to react and respond to him just because herO was able to hit first. He was able to hit first, able to hit faster, able to hit harder, and was able to barely break through. Again, it was still very clutch. ShoWTimE had some nice moments when he was able to reinforce with his first Immortal. He was able to clean up all the Stalkers, but again, ShoWTimE still lost a lot of probes. He was still behind economically, and he was also bleeding out a lot of gateways, so he couldn't actually keep up supply-wise with herO. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're going to be leading into game 2. Game 2 is going to be on Ruby Rock. Let's go. And let's go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing T1, leading the series 1-0. It is herO. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the German Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. We go. And again, a very chaotic game 1. We didn't even get to talk about the players themselves really leading into that first game, but ShoWTimE, I mean, it's a moot point at this point, but ShoWTimE is very well known for being very cheesy and hyper aggressive and very all-in, specifically in PvP, which is what we saw last game, right? We saw the attempted proxy robo 1-base all-in. That's kind of the trend, or that's what we're going to be expecting throughout the course of the series from both players. We'll see if anyone slows things down and gets into a longer macro game. Bearing in mind that ShoWTimE, he's known for his longer macro game and his more mid to late gameplay in the other matchups against Terran, against Zerg. Manalo is going for his initial 2-gate opener, so is herO. herO veers off with one of the probes, and based on this location, looks like a fake proxy pylon. Now, technically, this location wouldn't be too bad for a proxy Stargate, so it could still be a Stargate if he sticks around, otherwise it'll be a fake out. So probe is in position. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE is yet to move out. Hello, The Duck. Happy day in stream class. Oh, este canoia, papi. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Este canoia. Hope you're doing well. Mostly so thankful to SlowJo for rounding up the Bunny Vet Fund. That did happen, true. SlowJo, he did donate. It was this morning. He had to do some math to make it a nice round number. Shout out to SlowJo. True. Meanwhile, it's going to be a proxy. I assumed it was going to be a Stargate, but no, proxy Twilight Council. Now, typically, if you go for a Twilight Council like this, the reason for this would be to go for a proxy Dark Shrine to rush into DTs. I say that, but the probe doesn't stick around, so we might just go for a crazy early blink timing. Otherwise, I would have thought a Dark Shrine would be on the table. But again, there's no probe. herO pulls away. And yeah, we're going into blink. So fast blink out of herO. We're expecting a higher gateway count, so we have 2 gates in the main, now getting a 3rd, and we may even see a 4th gateway. Hallucination Scout confirms no base, confirms no expansion, confirms that a pylon is missing, and confirms that the tech is missing as well. So for all that ShoWTimE knows, this could be DTs, right? This could be a Dark Shrine. There could be a Twilight Council hidden or a Stargate hidden. Something is wrong. And it's on ShoWTimE to figure it out. ShoWTimE setting up spotter pylons. Yep, he's going for the earlier robo. So with this robo, he will have earlier detection. You can see here a shield battery in the main base, shield battery in the natural. ShoWTimE trying to figure out what's going on, preparing for anything. And herO is expanding. It's not going to be an all-in. He did not go up to... He canceled. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, herO knows you got scouted, so the mind games are real, papi. Ay, ay, ay. So herO, remember, he was getting a 3rd gateway. The hallucination came in and got a full scout. That's why ShoWTimE is preparing. ShoWTimE is turtling up as best he can, getting ready for an all-in. So herO cancels. Cancels the gateway, expands, and gets a forge. herO is not going all in. He's going to try to subvert expectations here, subvert ShoWTimE's expectations, and we'll see if it's going to be good enough. Bearing in mind that economically, ShoWTimE is ahead. ShoWTimE, he has mining here at the natural. herO's natural isn't even done. So this is a really bold move that herO is going for, right? By trying to deviate and kind of shift gears and switch out of an all-in and try to fake an all-in. But the reality is that ShoWTimE is still in a better position, so herO has to force kind of a bigger investment. And what are we seeing? Another shield battery. See, every shield battery that's being made here is helping herO. Like herO, he wants ShoWTimE to overreact. He wants ShoWTimE to invest into more units and more buildings, and there it is, a shield battery, another one. So 2nd shield battery here on the low ground. Immortals are amassing. Now, the scariest part about this is that eventually ShoWTimE's going to realize what's happening. Oh, as we blink into the main. And herO does overwhelm. Yeah, he overwhelms, he overpowers. Does threaten. But he has to get the hell out of here. And he doesn't lose the Stalker. Gets a pylon. Okay. Picks up a pylon, pulls away. Nice moves out of herO. Very slick. At the same time, they go to the middle line. 2 probes go down. Nice distraction out of herO. Even going for the sentries, one volley, and he does get a sentry as well. herO finding damage. He gets 2 probes, he gets a sentry, he gets a pylon, delays the production. Very nice damage. Now, what I was about to say here is that herO has to be careful because he's poking the bear, right? On the one hand, yes, he's forcing this big investment into an army. Eventually, ShoWTimE's going to push. ShoWTimE is going to be like, hey, you didn't all in. And he's about to, right? Here comes the hallucination. So ShoWTimE is about to confirm that herO has been expanding, that herO has been teching, that herO is building up, and that's going to trigger ShoWTimE to counterattack. Once again, though, nice blink into the main. ShoWTimE's out of position. Yeah, ShoWTimE's out of position. Another pylon goes down. Once again, depowers everything in the main. Depowers both gateways, the only gateways. Going for the battery. You can see ShoWTimE trying to catch out the army, but herO, he just goes further in. Dives further in, goes for the recall. He may lose 1 Stalker. Yep, 1 Stalker goes down, but this is well worth it for herO. He gets 2 more probes. He gets a pylon, gets a shield battery. He depowers all the gateways, disrupts the production. And now here comes the counterattack, but ShoWTimE has been delayed. And we'll see if herO can get away with this. +1 is about to finish in 10 seconds. So hero's going to have the better upgrades. He gets 1, he gets 2 Stalkers. 2 for 1, 3 for 1. Nice wing control. Does pull away, triggers the shields. So far, better trades from herO. Pulls back, he tops up his army. +1 is now complete. He's got sentries for force fields. Now ShoWTimE still has those 2 immortals, true. He's got 2 immortals, he does have a force field available. Goes for the hallucination. Tries to lock down the army. But herO with the observer, he sees the hallucination, he knows. Likewise, nice hold position micro. herO gonna try to catch any reinforcements, but he will barely miss that immortal. herO heals close. herO spots the retreat, and he's just gonna beat him back home. He's gonna find an immortal. Does find one. Oh, yeah, massive pickup. Gets 1. Oh my god, Jesus. Almost got 1. Clutch save out of ShoWTimE. Clutch shave, a recall to try to beat him. The prism gets caught out, the immortal as well. Oh my god, herO, he still finds damage! Despite the recall, despite being spotted. herO gets the prism, he still gets the immortal. Ay, ay, ay. Hero, calm down. And now he expands. Hero is claiming a third base while applying pressure. This time ShoWTime's in position. Yeah, he's ready in the main. He can punish. Here he does get a pylon, gets a sentry, but that's going to be 1, 2, 3 stalkers. Oh, up to 4 stalkers going down. Sorry, 3. So finally ShoWTime's able to punish. The first big win here for ShoWTime. Observer gets caught out. It's okay. So ShoWTime, he punishes the stalkers, snipes the observer. ShoWTime now can expand. But again, ShoWTime, this is still a 0-0 army. +2 is halfway done for hero. Still getting better upgrades. God, that's a lot of immortals. We have 4, soon to be 5 immortals. Immortals, they don't care about your upgrades. It's a hefty immortal army. Hallucination confirms at least 4 immortals. Hero needs charge, ideally. No, he's being proactive. Okay. He's moving out with his own forces. And you can see here the supply disparity. The reasoning for this, I mean, Hero did pick up some key units, that is true, but here he's had the better economy. Faster now, he's been able to build up his natural, faster third, saturated third base. Hero does bypass the main army, hits the third. Oh. And ShoWTime, does he turn around? He does not, so we're going for the base trade. He's going for the base trade. Hero, he does turn around though. He's going to chase ShoWTime. He's racing back home. ShoWTime will beat him there. ShoWTime has the high ground, has the ramp. Yeah, nice force fields. Pushing into the natural. Hero completely out of position. I almost wonder if Hero should have gone for the base trade. We're getting raced back home. Hero trying to push into a wall of force fields. Rover gets depowered. Hero trying to dive in. The army is trapped. But again, it's very awkward to try to push forward here for Hero. Does pull the boys. Yeah, blinks forward, takes on the Prism. Prism goes down. Some of the immortals not able to engage. But Hero will clean this up. Yeah, he cleans up everything here. There's no way out of this. There's 1 immortal left. Again, still trying to engage. Very congested. Hero just wants to move in. Oh, there's a recall. And here he picks up a couple of stalkers. And what's scary here is that Hero, he lost 15 probes. He's still equivalent in workers. He has 40 probes to the 42 workers of ShoWTime. So that's how far ahead Hero was economically. And the scary thing is that what did ShoWTime have previously? He had the higher immortal count. He had 5. Now he's down to 2. He's down to 2 immortals. Still with 0-0 upgrades. And here he dives in, no shield batteries, he gets 1 immortal. And should be able to pick up the other. Yeah, the batteries are finishing up, but it's too little too late, and here he just overwhelms, breaks through the main army. And again, a very chaotic, very intense game here with Hero just bypassing, Hero just kind of feeding ShoWTime false information, or just being very active, very fluid. GG. GG gets called. Hero takes a 2-0 lead. Whew, GG. That was a crazy game. Remember, Hero, initially he went for the proxy, Twilight Council into Blink. He was going and setting up for hyper aggression. He got scouted, and then bam, he cancelled. He cancelled the gateway. He started his own expansion, but he was still very active with stalkers, and he sold the story. He sold the story that he was going for an all-in, and ShoWTime over-prepared. But not just that, ShoWTime, he over-defended, but also failed to defend against the aggression of Hero. Like Hero, he still found damage. He was picking up probes, pylons, and sentries, despite ShoWTime taking a very defensive stance. So I'm just a little bit shocked that that happened, that Hero still found that damage despite ShoWTime being hyper defensive, and Hero just got further ahead. Hero took the faster third base, got ahead worker-wise, economically, army size, production, all in fair upgrades, of course, as well. GG. GG, well played. Whew. And with that, Hero, he's up 2-0, and we'll see if ShoWTime can begin the comeback as he's up against the wall, and we're going to be loading into the Old Republic. Hero needs 1 more game to claim the series. ShoWTime has to fight back here and now. Let's go. Let's go. And spawning in the right-hand corner. In the right-hand corner here of the Old Republic, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss, the South Korean Protoss, representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player, the German Protoss, representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting into game number 3 here, and again, herO has a lead. And oh, herO going for the low ground setup. Okay, but wait, what? Not just low ground setup. The pylon's in a really odd place as well. It's exposed. What's happening? What? Nexus first? God, what is happening? Oh, this is illegal. I've seen Australia do this like once, maybe. Even Australia went gate expand. He went single gateway expand. Going straight just raw Nexus first is insane. ShoWTimE scouts. ShoWTimE, he sees that the pylon is exposed. He sees the gateway just got thrown down. He sees the Nexus first, and ShoWTimE, rightfully so, should one base all in. This is illegal. Like this is not. This should not be possible. Punish him, papi. Jesus. Oh my god. Confidence out of herO is what I will say. Like, he is up 2-0, but this is hyper greed. This insane confidence out of herO. Oh my god, ShoWTimE. No. ShoWTimE, he kills the Tastelope, or Artosalope? I don't. But here we go. The pylon has been thrown down. The cyber core is still on the way. This should be a proxy robo. This should be a one base all in, and this should kill. Meanwhile, herO, he scouts. He spots the proxy. And can herO deny this? We do have a zealot on the way. It should be chronoed as soon as possible to try to get on top of the pylon. Here comes the robo. Here comes the all in. Yeah, robo, second pylon to make sure everything stays powered, even if the first pylon goes down. Adepts are on the way. herO just now getting his own cyber core. Again, aye. As the pylon is being focused down, ShoWTimE is here to save it. We'll zone away the zealots. We have stalkers now in production from both players. Immortal first out of ShoWTimE. He's getting his immortal. Here he chases down the first adept. Nice pick up. So I'll take down the first adept. herO going for the forward shield battery. I mean, again, herO, he has to defend the low ground. Is the issue here? He has to fight on the low ground. And he's making as many adepts, sorry, as many stalkers as he can. Getting it to 6. 6 stalkers, 2 shield batteries. And I'll be very impressed if herO can pull this off. As herO does catch some reinforcements. Oh no, the move command. Never mind. But hero's getting into the main. herO pushing into the main base at the same time. ShoWTimE pushing forward, trying to catch up more of these stalkers. We have that defensive warp in. Catching out 2 of the stalkers. Nice force field. Pylon goes down, depowers the gateways at the same time. We just see herO gets on top of the immortal. No shot! Oh my god! The immortal goes down. herO, he's holding. No shot. He's holding on, Pappy. He's crazy. Ah. As herO does recall back into the main. Recalling back in, zoning away. ShoWTimE rotates over towards the low ground. herO, he's blocked up. Oh no! Jesus! herO depowers 4 of his own shield batteries. I just realized how... He has 6 shield batteries here at the natural. That's crazy. Half of them depowered. Oh! As herO wants that prism. Prism goes down. The immortal does punish at least. Catching out 2 stalkers. But that's a lot of batteries, and hopefully herO can make use of them. herO does bypass. Gonna be forced back. Trying to distract, trying to pull away. ShoWTimE is having none of it. Has to rebuild his War Prism once again. He's lost it twice, right? Once. So rebuilding his Prism. He will have that micro potential. Last herO will not. I'm still a little bit on the fence about herO posturing like this, out of range of all of his shield batteries. But he will get the first shot off, ideally. As ShoWTimE rotates onto the same plane of elevation. Still rallying. Oh, he gets a free Stalker. ShoWTimE, can he get into the main? Again, there's only one battery, and it's not even powered. Yeah, the pylon is going to go down. Depowers the battery. And ShoWTimE is going for it. Oh, he's trying to. Doesn't load. Yeah, slowly elevatoring in. Opts not to. I mean, it would be a good way not to deal with all this. Now, very nice force field using the SimCity against herO. Yeah, the Immortals are trapped. Stalkers move in. Initially, better engage for ShoWTimE. And catching at the sentries. Oof. As the Immortals, they break out. They've broken out. Some rough move command. Gonna be forced back. And herO's what I'm gonna do is once again bleeding out more Stalkers. More Stalkers being thrown away. And ShoWTimE is pushing in. Yeah, he's successfully pushing in. With the power of 3 Immortals, the shield batteries, they don't even matter, and they're out of energy. He burned through all the energy. Yeah, the shield batteries, they do nothing. ShoWTimE breaks through, he breaks in. There's one Immortal left. Again, just the sheer burst damage of all these Immortals, like they just tore through the Stalkers. And now we're down to 2 units left. GG gets called. ShoWTimE, he does fight back. He does put a point on the board. GG. Whew. GG, well played. It has been a very long time since I've seen just straight up Nexus first. Like at pylon into Nexus, that was insane as a build of choice there for herO. I'm glad that it did not work. Like, it's not meant to. It's illegal, it's illegal. But a hyper greed out of herO. He even had 6 shield batteries on the low ground, and hey, herO, he had some nice moves. Able to catch the Prism, able to catch one of the Immortals. Like herO did have some nice moves there for him, but still not enough to overcome just the sheer amount of army there was knocking down his front door. Again, he had a bunch of shield batteries, but more than anything, what was really hurting herO in that final fight and in all the fights that occurred at the natural was the SimCity. Like, it was so congested because of just the lack of room. There were all these shield batteries, the gateways, the cyber core, the Nexus, everything was so condensed there. It was so awkward for herO to actually make his way through to engage. Because of that, he was kind of I should say he was creating his own choke point that was working against him, where most of the time during that fight, half his army wasn't even able to engage. Like, they were just zoned away. There was just not enough room. Yeah, just not enough room, so just a really chaotic fight there for herO. GG gets called, and with that, we have a series, we have a back and forth, and we're going to be loading into Winter Madness. Let's go. Let us go. Oh, Shema, papi, Shema. Este36. Cześć. Bienvenidos, bienvenidos. As morning in the bottom right hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, leading the series 2-1 and still 1 game away from claiming the series. We'll see if he can close it out here and now. For T1, it is herO. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the German Protoss player, the Red Protoss representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. Putting a point on the board and 1 game away from forcing the ace match. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome one and all to Winter Madness. Winter Madness is one of the larger maps in the map pool, and we should not be seeing herO set up on the low ground. You can already see the pylon in the main. Remember last game, the pylon was here on the low ground exposed as well. It was crazy. It was a crazy build, a crazy game 3, but now we're calming down. Now, we have yet to experience any kind of macro game in this series so far, in this best of 5, and that's to be expected. I did mention at the beginning of the broadcast, or the beginning of the series, that both ShoWTimE and herO are hyper aggressive in PvP. We expect a lot of cheese, proxies, all-ins, and I still expect that here, but we'll see. So far, 2-gate opener versus 2-gate opener. Now, there is a bit of a difference here. ShoWTimE sets up at the ramp, herO sets up in his own main. What is the difference? Technically, herO is slightly ahead economically. The distance, the travel time that it takes for the probe to throw down the pylon and go back to mining, throw down the gateway, go back to mining, throw down the other gateway, the cyber core, because these buildings are so close to the mineral line, technically herO has a slight economic edge over ShoWTimE. Technically. The downside though is that you have a gaping hole here at the ramp, right? You have a massive hole, you have a massive entrance, and as a result, ShoWTimE can try to abuse this with an adept-based opener, as your SimCity is going to be lacking here. But herO is going for a 1-base all-in. So, on the one hand, it's kind of best of both worlds, actually. So, herO has a slightly better economy because of the placement of his buildings, and he's going for an all-in, which should not allow ShoWTimE to have the chance to get across the map. That's the theory, at least. As herO pokes in. Spots with gateways, doesn't see much else, gets zoned away. As ShoWTimE does wall off. But again, with this robot, we can get a War Prism, we can get the adepts into the mineral lines, followed up by the Immortals. And it's herO's turn to all in. It is his turn. Nice call out of ShoWTimE, going for his own defensive robo. Again, ShoWTimE, he did scout. He is aware that a pylon is missing. You can see he's checking. Probe on the left. Stalker on the left. Probe on the right. Another Stalker in the center. ShoWTimE is desperately looking for the proxy, and he doesn't feel safe. He's going for the robo. He'll have his own defensive immortal production. So again, this is a very safe build here by ShoWTimE, but he is yet to scout. He is yet to confirm. Nice catch on the adepts. Does deal some hull damage. Ooh, but does not take down the adepts. They do get away. ShoWTimE, he just keeps going. he just keeps going in. There's a sentry, there's a force field. At the same time, we have 4 adepts and the immortal across the map. Back at home, we have 2 stalkers to defend. Oh, the immortal's lagging behind. ShoWTimE does move in. I believe did snipe the sentry. Sentry went down, Immortal has arrived. ShoWTimE trying to force his way in, but here he breaks through the front door. Yeah, he breaks into the main base. Adepts, they go straight for the mineral line. 2 adepts taking 1-shot probes. And probes are going down at the same time. At ShoWTimE, he's still trying to break into the main himself. Not quite able to. No, with stalkers. And that's going to be 5 dead workers. 5 dead probes. Yeah, 6 probes. Oh, looks like there was a bit of a pause. Looks like maybe Bratok did lag out. But here we go. ShoWTimE, he depowers all the... Sorry, here he depowers all the gateways as well. So 6 probe kills, depowers the gateways. At the same time, ShoWTimE trying to depower the robo, but last hero, he's all over this. Here he defends the robo. Keeps 2 stalkers in position. Once again, he shades into the main. Oof. Does save the adepts, okay. Does end up saving. Adepts are saved, the gateway goes down. ShoWTimE, he can warp in, now 2 units at a time. He did have a backup gateway. Get 3. Now down to 2. And soon to be down to 1. Okay, the Force was doing a great job at just delaying some of the DPS, some of the army. ShoWTimE trying to buy time for another immortal. He's trying to buy more time. Ooh, meanwhile ShoWTimE gets into the main, not bad. 4 probes. Picks off 4 workers. Hero rotating over. Does... Oh, almost a supply block. Picking off a pylon. ShoWTimE does have a proxy pylon. That's how he's able to warp in across the map. But ShoWTimE is supply blocked. He can't make the immortal. He's trying to force his way in. Oh, does lock down one of the immortals, forcing the recall, and it's not going to be good enough. Oh, the immortal goes down. And that's moves out of hero. Catching out one of the immortals. Oh, hero actually choosing to expand. Okay. It gets scouted. Bold move out of hero, but he's going for the Nexus. Stargate's on the way as well. Hero, now the win condition is not to kill, is not to push up into the main, but instead to contain. To contain ShoWTimE. Here come the Phoenixes. ShoWTimE, he happens to be going for his own disruptor play. So bait into disruptors. Disruptors have a lot of potential, but how do you counter them? With Phoenixes. If you can lift, you can deny that Nova. As ShoWTimE bold move, he moves out with his immortals. He's going for the immortal drop. Now, this is calculated because, again, he knows that there's a base. So there's a high chance that hero won't push up the ramp. As hero threatens. So because ShoWTimE knows he's safe in his main base, he does go for the counterattack. Does go for the drop. But the Phoenixes are here, and the Phoenixes, they punish. GG gets called, they kill the Prism and both Immortals, and with that, hero will take the series 3-1, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played. A very intense, very chaotic PvP here between these two players. We did not get to macro. We did not get up to 2-base saturation. No, not at all. Just hyper aggression, non-stop cheese, and non-stop proxies. And in the end, hero did come out on top. Again, we did see some crazy builds out of hero as well, specifically on the Old Republic, which is where ShoWTimE did punish the greed from hero. But here in the final game, hero, he was able to get his own proxy up and running. It was able to apply pressure, able to outtrade, and eventually force force a decision out of ShoWTimE, right? ShoWTimE, he felt the need to counterattack just because he knew that he was behind, just because he knew that hero was expanding and hero was banking Phoenixes. So in a way, was able to bait him in, shut that down. Even if that didn't happen, again, Phoenixes would already be ideal against disruptors as well. So it was just a really rough position there for ShoWTimE. Very rough. GG. GG, well played. And with that, congratulations to hero. Hero does advance on. ShoWTimE is now out of the tournament. There is no lower bracket. It's not double elimination. One life is all you have. So ShoWTimE, he is out, and we have one best of 5 remaining here. It's going to be a best of 5 ZVP between Solar and Classic. Oh boy, here we go. Now we are going to be going on a very short break, bear that in mind. Just breaking it up a little bit because we only had 2 series. Only 2 series, just 2 best of 5s here for day 1. So we are halfway through the broadcast. So we're going to be back in a couple of minutes here with a ZVP with Solar and Classic. See you soon, baby. See you soon.